of Lagos, Provincial, you are listening to us. It is the Teen Strand Show on VOP 90.3 FM. How are you doing this Saturday morning? How is your weekend? I mean, the TT Gangs are here again with another fantastic edition. Guys, how was your weekday? I mean, it's just the weekend, so how was your weekday? I'm seeing that Imola is looking radiant in his, should I say, flowery shirts. And the puppy is giving us the head warmer vibes. How was your weekend? Like, tell me. I want to know. We want to know. Tell our listeners how the weekend
Another stay-at-home weekend.
Another stay-at-home weekend. When I never resume.
I'm telling you.
Okay, yeah. Puppy, this one that you are quiet and calm today. Hope nothing. We are fine.
I pray so. I pray we are fine.
You pray you are fine. You have to be fine, no, because the topic we want to treat today. I've not heard Posi Boss. Hi, I'm Olami Akonde. Wait, Akonde Olami Posi.
Posi
Bright. You won't butcher my name now, Abby.
I'm so sorry. You can do the honors. I mean,
you've done it already, so no problem.
No problem. Well, we have our last one in the studio with us here today.
Yeah.
He has never, I don't know, has he ever been?
Nope.
Once. Yes, only the three of us.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I was upset then.
Yes.
So our last born, IYJ.
Yeah.
Do your introduction. Let me see you. Let's feel you. Let's know you're here. Just IYJ.
Nice.
What's up with you people and just IYJ?
When Sophie brought out in that's when everyone started using it.
Everybody this one's just Poppy.
Sophie just Sophie. Moin just Moin. Poppy just Poppy.
Everybody's just there. Everybody's just there. Well, I'm so excited because today we'll be discussing a very, very interesting, intriguing, and also deep topic. Very, very deep topic. I mean, it has to do with anger management with teens because there is a rampage going on where teenagers are now hitting their teachers. I mean, this is not even eating, it's like boxing ring match. They take it to the ring now.
It's not MMA fights.
MMA fights. What's the full meaning of MMA?
Mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts. Okay, that's what they are doing now.
Yes.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a whole lot is going on in that equation.
Yeah.
But we will take all of that when we come back from this break. I just want you to sit down, relax, take your Cerelac. I don't know what you're eating this morning, but just
Cerelac.
I did, baby.
Yes, now. Why can't you take?
See, don't listen to her. Drink your good morning in peace.
Drink your Gary in peace. Thank you.
Gary early in the morning. What is this? We don't pray that for our listeners.
Queen Anna.
But let's go on this break. When we come back, it's still VOP 90.3 FM and it is the TT Gang still yet to give you a lot of gist.
Strike, market women strike, even Kole people they strike. We don't become country of strikers.
Even light self, we no fit give up. Don't run from motor. Even leg self, we get accident.
Why una they complain? No una they collect bribe, they vote Chokoloko Bango share.
Ìṣèjọba tó dára, òun là ń béèrè.
Anyị chọrọ ọchịchị onye kwuru uche ya. Anyị achọrọghị ọchịchị nchigbu.
Ala ndeze temeka muna so mekio.
Wetin we want na make the rule us well.
Don't take it for noise. It's the people's voice. They have made their choice. Respect that voice for all to rejoice. VOP 90.3, Voice of the People.
Wanam! Ole! Kidnapper! Nademo, he wan use person do money. Kill am!
Sit tire for here. Put am for him neck. Burn am! Yes! They no go find better work do. Na yahoo dem go dey do. Burn am! Stop! that person where you won't born, if it dey innocent, no go carry person blood put for your head. Jungle justice no good at all. Stop am.
You wey light the fire, you no get heart. Say no to jungle justice.
You uncle wey follow for the crowd dey look wey dem dey born person. You no stop them. E dey do you like film abi? Your hand sef no clean o. You fit enter gbege. Stop the lynching. Stop jungle justice.
Under the criminal law for Lagos State, person wey start jungle justice, those wey support am and those wey just sit down look, all of them fit rot for jail. My name na Benjamin Hundeyin, Lagos State Police talk person. Stop jungle justice.
This message now from Lagos State Police Command
and VOP 90.3 FM.
All right.
Yes, welcome back. It's still the voice of the people, 90.3 FM, and it is the TT Guys, the Teen Strength Show. And today we are discussing anger management within, how the parents can help, and also how the teacher can as well avoid, and how they can also help, calm down and like a hungry teen or an angry teen. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're correct.
Yeah. I mean, what is anger in the first place? I mean, I just want us to use our own knowledge to express what anger is.
Okay. If you ask me, I'm going to say anger is a punishment you give yourself for somebody else's stupidity.
Yes.
That's how I define anger.
A punishment.
Because there is no way you'll be angry. I don't want to take it into biological terms, but there is no way you'll be angry that you are not going to deviate something in yourself. Even if you don't lose something physically, you're going to lose something psychologically or emotionally. You're going to lose something. That's what I mean by it's a punishment you give yourself for somebody else's actions. Because when you are angry, you'll be feeling, there's this feeling you get. You are not happy. What you are doing is sweet, but you're not happy. That's why I'm calling it a punishment you give yourself for somebody else's stupidity.
Let me ask Poppy. What will you define anger as?
Me. Oh my God. Anger to me is just a means of, or some people see it as a means of expressing themselves, actually. And I actually see it that way too, but sometimes it's just not necessary. You can express yourself without actually getting angry and yelling and throwing things and, But then again, it's actually the same thing. It's a means of expressing your disappointment, disapproval, and other
dismissals and all of that.
How did this?
How did this?
IYJ, according to IYJ dictionary, encyclopedia.
Okay.
What is anger?
Anger is when you step out of your happy place.
Okay.
And it can make you lose control over your mental being,
Okay.
And do some things.
Okay.
Unspeakable things.
But see, how about you?
Well, for me, anger is simply a watered down version of wrath. Wrath,
Wrath.
Okay.
So, and also anger is like is an emotional state whereby you are no longer in your normal state of mind, and anything you do could pretty much put you in a much worse situation than what made you angry in the first place.
You just established something.
Yeah.
You said anger is a lesser version of wrath. I actually like that, because if you come to think about it, anger is inevitable, but wrath isn't.
Wrath
because
isn't, exactly.
the way he put it, I actually like the way he put it. He said any little slip up and you could end up doing something you regret.
Exactly.
You regret that. That's actually a very.
But can we come to an understanding that anger is actually not bad?
Yes.
But extreme anger
or wrath
is what is bad.
In
like
fact,
that's the
sin.
main issue.
Yes.
Extreme anger.
And it's even a sin.
It's a sin.
It's even a sin.
Yeah.
So what can lead someone to extreme anger? I mean, there's a point where if you don't get angry, then something is wrong with you.
Well, personally, I feel like, yes, anger on its own is a natural thing, and it's good to be angry sometimes.
Yes.
But then, what leads to extreme anger is extreme provocation and extreme, let me say, crimes. You get? If you slap me now, I can be angry, like normal anger.
Yeah.
But if you kill my family, you get,
Yeah.
I will experience wrath and extreme anger towards you.
Okay, let's bring it to the school setting now. What kind of anger can provoke, or what extremity can provoke a teenager to beat up a teacher?
Let me explain it like this. In a school like mine, where there is so much work, the teachers are busy, the students are also busy. We have 10 periods, the break is just 15 minutes, and well, there's always notes, there's always a assignment, the students are always doing something.
Okay.
So like there's a lot of stress on our heads, and the teachers on top of that, they don't really see the reason why us will be stressed. So if they want, when, let's say, in their mindsets, they are just, most of them are thinking that you people are small children. What is in your head? Do you have children? Do you have this one? So let's say a teacher now wants to punish students now. He won't think about the ones that are going through something.
Just something.
Let's say one of them is already in that state of mind that, see the way I am now, I just need to sleep. My head is paining me, everything. And there's all those kind of students that they are mentally, let's call them mentally weak.
Okay.
And the teacher, when he's punishing, he won't punish them equally. In fact, most teachers in my school, they tend to be more aggressive on those students who seem to be more stressed and more easily provoked, because eventually, if the student loses his state of mind, what is the teacher going to do? He's going to continue punishing the students until he continues and continues, and then he's going to escalate to something else. For example, that beating concept that you're talking about.
Okay, so are you saying that now that teachers do not understand the concept that even students get mentally stressed and frustrated?
I'm not saying they do not. I'm saying a majority of them do not, because I'm not even going to filter my words. This is a general knowledge that we all know. In fact, a majority of us do not pay attention to this, because me now, if I want to send my little brother on an errand, maybe I want to send to the next street to go and get something for me, and the boy is telling me, I just woke up now. See, I have malaria. I have this thing. It won't matter to me, because the way I'll see it, I'll think it's just an excuse that he's trying to make. That's the way most of our teachers won't see it. Exactly. I'll see it as an excuse, so I won't actually pay much attention to it. But it's not. It's just a majority of teachers. It's not actually all of them.
All of them.
And I understand most of them just do not care.
Yeah.
Abina.
Most of them do not care.
Most of them do not care. Sorry, because I actually left the school, but from what I can remember, the last year that I was there, in fact, let me not even mention her name. There are some particular teachers, 3 in particular, that no matter what you are going through, whether you are sick or whether you are stressed or, it always seems like they're trying their best to make sure that you are provoked. That way you mess up and they have more reason to provoke you.
Okay, so who is to be blamed now, the teacher or the student?
The teacher. And to an extent the student a little bit, but the student is not to be blamed as
the student's case is inevitable, so you can't really blame the students, because the students we're talking about now are teens, which means we're relating to people who are either fresh from puberty or still going through puberty. That means hormonal action is still very rampant, which means the rate of anyone getting angry will be let's say getting angry will be more common to them than any other
age group.
Age group, because you can't compare a teen that is stressed to maybe a 6-year-old. The 6-year-old is stressed. The worst that will happen, you flog him, he will cry, will go and sleep, he will wake up.
They always tell them to go take a nap.
Exactly.
But somebody like me, if I'm in a terrible state of mind, and you see that as a reason to punish me, like, it will be sweeting you that yes, it's this one that we punish. You now use that to punish me, because you know that it will hurt me more because of that state of mind I'm currently in. That thing is going to what you just did is going to stay with me for a long time, and it's even going to add to my.
You're going to feel the fire.
Okay, let's see it from this angle now. The teacher in question is pissed that you are not doing what you're supposed to do at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because the teacher is also pissed, is not saying whatever you guys are saying now, as maybe the teen is mentally stressed or the teen is going through a phase.
But I actually think that most times it's not, like in my experience, it's not usually teachers that are pissed because we did the wrong thing.
It's teachers that are just sadists.
No, I won't call them sadists. Some of them, they are just teachers that are really they are really occupied. Let me call them occupied. I don't want to start naming names, but like imagine this. You have a job. You are a teacher, but at home you also have responsibility. So maybe you have part-time jobs. Okay. You also have other things to attend to. Maybe you have bills and other things, and you still have a family. Things like that. You also have maybe your other people that you are catering for and things like that. But what I'm saying is that most of these teachers, them too, they are stressed. So the way they look at us, they won't feel that what us we are going through is anything compared to theirs. Yeah. So it won't really be because of we have done anything wrong. Because I've had teachers like this that just because they were in a bad mood, they came to class with a bad mood. They gave it didn't take much to piss them off. Like literally, I once got sent out of a physics class because I borrowed a ruler.
A ruler?
Because I borrowed a ruler.
Oh no, I got sent out of the class because he said we shouldn't talk, right? So my pencil fell down. I just tapped my partner. I was like, bro, I didn't even talk. I was just like pointing towards the ground, like pencil. And the guy looked at me and was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, my pencil fell. Just asked him to pick it up from. I was like, I said you guys shouldn't talk. I was like, I did not say anything. Like, get out of my class. And I'm looking at the guy like, how are you?
How about the teenagers also reading the mood of the teachers? Have you ever thought of that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, why do you think they're actually doing it on a low?
Exactly.
See, this is why everything has a limit. Because like Percy said, he said any small slip up can turn your anger into wrath. That means there is a limit. Everyone has their limits. So when you reach that limit, you should be careful not to reach that limit. Let me call it that boiling point. Yeah. Because when you reach it, that's when you notice that the person will now lose himself. But before that, maybe the person will still be trying to calm himself down. Somebody like me now, I know the kind of person I am. I am actually not too tolerant. So when I see that I'm about to get provoked, what I try to do is to just look away completely. I don't even try to pay attention. Like people will notice if you try to annoy me and I'm focusing on what I'm doing, I will not even answer you. Like I won't look at you. That's how I am.
Okay, let's look at the expressive side of anger. Now, a 15-year-old girl in US went viral for beating her teacher, and she has been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment.
Why?
Wait, are you sure is it US or UK? Because that sounds like UK to me. For you.
But she has been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment
for
beating up her teacher.
I think it depends. It will actually depend on the events that led to that.
And the severity of the beating.
Exactly. Yeah. So what are we talking about? What are we looking
at? Like how
bad was it?
How bad was it?
Are you guys interested in the beating or
see all things gist I'm interested. Exactly. Was it Mike Tyson level beating or African modern?
I mean, she beat her teacher to the extent that private parts were like out and somebody was recording.
Okay, so in my humble opinion, number one, I wish I was there.
What is this?
I'll be I know she's wrong, but for beating a public background.
Now I was like, yes, you go, continue.
This is bad. So you guys are influencers. They're not supposed to be saying this.
Now, in all seriousness, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what transpired.
I can't.
So I can't really justify either of them.
I cannot
justify her beating her teacher at all. That was just me making a silly bad joke. But in all seriousness, I cannot justify her doing that. But the point I'm trying to make is that I don't know what happened. Right?
Yeah.
The teacher could have done something that we don't know. The teacher could have done something that we don't know. Whether she could have done something that really pissed off that girl.
Okay.
Or that girl could have been someone that is easily.
Let's look at it from this angle now. I was just chilling, I think early this morning on my bed, and I just saw a video just put on my phone. And then this girl was being beaten by her teacher just because the man asked, why didn't you come to school when writing the tests? And this girl was like, she was in the hospital. And actually, truthfully, she was actually in the hospital. She wasn't feeling too well. But because they gave the rule of no one should miss school. But this girl could not even make it.
Did she have a doctor report?
She did. And this man was hitting her. Was like, why did you have to fall sick? I don't get. What do you mean? Why
With
does she
a
have to
doctor
fall?
report?
What do you mean exactly? What do you mean? Why does she have?
Are
to
you
fall?
sure she had a doctor
The picture
report?
was on my phone. I was just looking
Because
at it like,
I know about the rules and regulations, and there have to be a doctor report for all of these things. And they will like see to it, and you sit down and like write the test or the exams that you missed. But for a teacher also to now hit you even after having a doctor report, then it's bad. No one is supporting teenagers beating up their teachers whatsoever. But another thing is that now this girl has been sentenced to prison. She has been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment. But what about the teacher that also got involved in the fight?
I think she should be sacked and fined.
Because I feel like if you had calmed yourself down, walked away from the situation as a teacher, I mean your respect will still be there, because even with the anger of a teenager, you were able to, with how provoked you were able to walk out of it.
Like, she's clearly a minor. You're meant to hold that one in the situation.
And it's like you having a child at home. I mean, that's why I give bigs ups to teachers. It's like having 1,001 children in your custody. Just one enough. Just one child. One child is enough to make someone just say, I want to give up.
Mavi, the way you're addressing the teacher, you're addressing the teacher as if in general any teacher who ends up in that situation is someone who just found himself there. What if the teacher was actually responsible?
Because 1 year was instigating that situation.
The way I see it, because it actually happened in my school. Well, it almost happened, but it did not. Let me explain. So this girl, she was fasting.
Oh, God bless you.
This girl, she was fasting that day, and I guess maybe she's somebody that does not fast a lot. Or she's all these I don't know what to call them, Boti, Ajebo, all these kind of girls. So she was weak that day. And normally she's a girl that has been known to have anger issues. Literally almost all of her friends have fought with her. So that day she did not do her chemistry assignment the previous day. So that day she was supposed to get punished. And well, she was even making noise in chemistry class.
Again.
Yeah. So the chemistry teacher, she brought them to the chemistry lab, downstairs to the chemistry lab, when all their mates were having free period. So to punish them. So they were kneeling down in the chemistry lab, and the girl was telling the woman that, I'm fasting.
How does fasting avoid you getting punished?
I don't know.
Let's
go.
Let's break it down.
I'll break that down, but let me finish the story. So the woman got pissed off by the fact that the girl thought, okay, because you are fasting, I've beaten a girl that had diabetes. I've beaten a girl that had.
Did the teacher say so?
No, but I'm speaking because I have seen her beat those people.
Okay.
Even kids that have ulcers, she doesn't care.
She has beaten people who have ulcers. She has beaten people who have worse things than that. That's not even a disease. You're just fasting.
You're just fasting.
So the woman eventually brought out the cane. She freed the other girl, which started to piss the girl off that and you freed my friend. And me that I'm trying to even explain so that we can free both of us. You did not free me. And the woman carried the cane and she flogged the girl. In the process of her flogging the girl was still making noise. The woman got so pissed, she just started flogging the girl ruthlessly, and the girl just lost it. Then she got so angry, started saying so many different things. The woman didn't even know whether she was flogging a girl or a mad woman.
Exactly, because at some point you just snap.
Now let me explain this whole situation and scenario. Let's not forget that we are teenagers, and teenagers always want to have their own way. No matter how bad, I know beating her to the point of beating her like she stole from the market, like jungle justice is about to happen. That was wrong. But the teenager also provoked that woman to that extent. Why would you be giving so much excuses for something you did not do, and you're blaming it on your fasting? Let's not forget that teenagers are always nonchalant towards things, and they feel like in every situation they can come out of it. Trying to prove wise, but their own wisdom is basic. How will I put it? Basic. Should I say the word foolishness? But it's not wisdom. So at that point in time, she provoked the woman to that extent. But now I'm saying, for a teacher, this time around, it was not a physical fight. It is this we are talking about is a physical fight between a teacher and a student. Imagine that student was with a rifle. What would have happened?
We do not want to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about that. But okay, this one we are talking about a physical fight. The teacher was throwing swings. The girl too was throwing swings. Abby, right?
Yeah.
Okay. By all intents and purposes, that student is wrong. Okay.
Yes.
That student is wrong. Nothing can sugarcoat it. She's wrong for raising her hand towards her teacher. But then again, right? What do you have to do? Let's say this girl is someone that gets angry like a normal person.
Yeah.
Around the same level as a normal person. Let's say they don't have any anger management problem or any high anger issues. What do you have to do to get a teenager that naturally, you know, all teenagers like generally all teenagers know that okay, I have no right to beat a teacher. What do you have to do to get someone out of that mindset to go from okay, let me just mellow down or to how do you get them to how do you get them to that level?
Let me just use example.
Let
it's personal. It's actually very personal. I was younger. I think SS1. And I told this man, okay, where you put me, I can't see. I can't see. I don't have eyesight problems, but sometimes when the sunlight is too much, my eye hurts a lot.
Okay.
And I just finished the eye drop bottle. I don't want to buy another one. I'm afraid of using glasses. That's my fear. I told this guy I can't see. Okay, fine. Sure, when you're in the class, I'll go to my normal seat. But I can't see what you're writing. I won't even bother writing that time. When you leave, I'll write. Then it got to a point, I'll move my seat to another place so I can write the notes and then go back there. So this guy entered the class. I was like, where is she? Where is she? And I'm like, I don't understand. Who is she? I don't get who is she. Like, I was like, oh, where is, call my name. I was like, okay, so I'm here. What are you doing? I just came here to write the note. And the man walked over to me and slapped me. And I was so confused, like, wait, why? I was sorry. I was packing my bag, already moving my seat to the first one that he put me at. I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. So I was already moving when he slapped me. I had to pause. No, because I was like,
wait, you paused mid moment.
You slapped me. Like when you slapped me, I had to like calm down.
Process it.
He touched me. Because what was in my head at that time was, like, if I turn around and I give you honestly,
but did you slap him back?
No, I didn't.
Exactly, because you understand
the gravity
of the situation at hand. Not everybody can do that.
I actually want to.
If I'm not to lie, honestly, I personally I've beaten. I know I will beat him. He won't beat me. I will beat him up there. Because the thing is, I'm not violent. But it gets to a point where I get really pissed. Anything I see around me is hitting you straight. I don't really care.
See, but at that moment, did you do that?
No.
Exactly. You understand the gravity of the situation at hand
and the repercussion
that would happen.
Yeah.
Even if your daddy is a big man or your mom is a big woman,
for me hitting
something would still happen.
But the thing is that no matter how big your parents are, you are in school, they would have done what they want to do to you first.
Exactly.
They would have done what they now. Sorry, let me even mention this thing that happened. There are actually two, but I'll mention this boy first. This boy in my class, Gabriel. I don't know if you mentioned his name, Gabriel. Right? He's someone that teachers self they are very they like to
hostile towards him. Like
they hate him. They don't like him. They like to provoke him, and he's the kind of person that yes, if it is his fellow students, he will fight the person. But if it's his teachers, he will mellow down. He will not do anything. So and then this particular teacher, he's shorter than all of us.
Okay.
And he likes to do somehow. I don't understand. And then he now happens to be our class teacher. So the boy he went for a match. So his dad took him for a match, so he was not able to do his social studies assignment.
Yeah.
So the man was not like, why didn't you do your assignment? Like, sir, I went for match. You're like, why did you go for match where you know that you have assignment? Like, sir, my daddy took me for match. We had this kind of blah 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 blah. So next this man went out and broke in and was flogging the boy. So and would I really pretend that this boy started shouting at the man that, are you mad? What's wrong with you? Why would you be
he yelled at his teacher.
He yelled at him.
Okay, let's keep the pause there. Let's go on the break, and when we come back, we'll open the studio line. The phone line will be open for conversations and contributions and subtractions. So please, let's go on the break. Don't forget. Welcome back. It's still the Teen Strength Show on VOP 90.3 FM, and we'll be talking about anger management with teenagers and how teenagers have been hitting their teachers now and turning it to a what did you guys call it? An MMA match? MMA match. Okay, so the studio line is opened, and the number to dial is 081 64 425 875. 081 64 425 875. We want to hear your contribution. Now, Mr. Saji is in the building and he has a lot to say.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely will have a lot to say because he is also into the field of teaching, and a whole lot just happened in schools, especially when the teenagers feel like because they do not do some certain things at home, they cannot do it at school. I mean, it's rampant. And I've seen people say it to their teachers that you cannot tell me what to do. You cannot beat me because my mom does not beat me. You cannot touch my head because I understand the touching of some certain parts, body parts, but the aspect of not listening or not doing what you're supposed to do because your parents do not do it at home. And that's why you see children throw tantrums. I mean, at some certain age, my mommy used to tell me a story about when my sister had anger issues when she was small, and she's always throwing and breaking stuff. My mommy tell her that, see, before you were born, I dealt with somebody like you. About a lady that broke all the TV in their house, broke all her mother's expensive china plates.
Wow.
And her mother was a caterer. Spoiled everything in the house, and when she goes to school too, she does the same thing with her teacher. That the teacher comes home to complain, and the mother cannot do anything about it until my mom intervened. So how has it been in the field with children like this? That, I mean, because they don't do stuff at home, you can't do it to them, and the tantrums they throw at home, they come to school and they display it fully. No shame.
Well, thank you very much, Bavi, and the rest of the TT gangs for having me on the program again today. Well, this topic is actually a very sensitive one, and because of what I do, you know, working with teenagers from time to time, I see a lot of stuff. Yes, and even being a teacher, both in primary and secondary school, I've seen enough. In fact, we should give kudos to the teachers.
Definitely,
I think you need to applaud your
definitely.
teachers.
Yes, so well done. You have been through a lot. You are managing a lot.
What I can say is this, you know, what actually brings this up in the first place. I'll say, once a teenager is beginning to compare himself or herself as me too, I have right to do this. I have right to do that. Ego. Ego, if I can put it that way. Once a child is having that
arrogance,
I have right to do this. If you are not careful and you don't manage it very well, one day you will look at your father in the eye and tell him, come, daddy, if you are not careful, I will slap you.
They don't go anywhere.
No, I'm telling you, no, it depends on, it's about the
upbringing, yes.
That's why on this. Parents have their role. The child himself or herself has a lot of role to play to make sure that this doesn't come to this. And there's something that person is bringing up on him or herself. A child that raises his hand against his teacher or his father, is he simply bringing a natural curse on himself?
Thank you. Don't you know about curse?
He will grow up to become an adult.
Okay.
Or he will become a teacher. Now let me come to this. In the line of duty as a teacher, I wasn't trained to beat students. I was trained on how to manage them, even when they misbehave. There's a way I will beat you without touching you.
Okay.
I've witnessed it. I've witnessed
it. I can beat you. That won't touch you, and I will make sure that I don't put you into the state of depression. Because teachers still need to be very careful.
Yeah.
There's a way I will talk on you. You start shedding tears, but I will monitor you so that you don't fall. Because we have had situations whereby a teacher talked down a student, and that student went home and
offed himself,
unalived
himself, exactly,
and commit
suicide. Yeah, suicide. Yeah.
You understand? So, but what am I saying? I mean, in light of what we're discussing today, students assaulting or teenagers assaulting their teachers. You know, once they believe that, especially it happens in the rich kids' school.
Yeah.
Wala.
My father doesn't touch me.
I mean, we can't say it happens only in the rich kids' school.
It happens
I mean, in the trenches too. I mean, yes. Public school have that.
Yes.
Have the ability of them always.
That. But they know that is a even. I mean, when it comes to public school, government-owned school, I'll tell you, it's a capital offense. They know they will never leave that school like that. That child will never leave that school and coming back again. In some private school, they may allow them back.
Yeah.
They're the one that they are paying the bills. But you know, in the government school,
they don't say your papa.
Okay, I want to say this. Now, in the situation where a teacher and a student are head at head, I mean, for a teacher also to hit a student to the fact that they're in Mortal Kombat game. What do you the teacher also should not hit the student in return. I mean, there are ways to settle these things.
No. Let me correct that angle. Like, let me take myself as an example. I'm teaching you in the class, and because I asked you sit down there, and you said you're not sitting down there, and I said sit down there, and you're still standing, and before I knew it,
your hand is on your face.
Your hand is on my face. And as a teacher, I should fold my hands. In fact, let me tell you, one of the routine a teacher is allowed to use. You cannot inflict injury, but you are allowed to use the cane to some extent in African context.
Yes. Okay.
Are you getting me now?
Okay.
I don't know about the foreign
Western
schools, but
I'm not sure they're allowed.
They're not even allowed.
British school. I know of old. I don't know of now.
Of
old.
Of now, no, they're not even allowed.
Cane is allowed.
That time.
But the thing is this: in fact, that's why I say the Western world, to some extent, they are encouraging teenagers to have the guts to look into their teacher's face. African. That's why I'm proud to be an African. In African school setting, when we were growing up, you dare not.
I mean, your teacher cannot beat you and come home and say it.
You get old, your parents will still
beat you.
They will still give you more food. And that makes us to have a lot of sanity in us. And that's why I think African should take the lead. And you know, the way we train our own children, see the children train up here. I'm not saying the Western world are not trying, but in that area they are not trying enough.
Yes.
That's why you have cases of, I mean, if you watch that video whereby that student beat up, I think that student wanted to sit in a particular place, and the girl went straight to that teacher, slapped.
Okay, so that's why. Wait, so because the girl was told to something she didn't want to do, that girl is absolutely wrong.
Okay.
No.
5 years, please.
No matter what, in your house, so far your parent, your father is the head of the home, and whatever he says, you will do. The same thing. Your teacher is the head of the class.
Yes.
No matter what he wants at that, because he's trained for that purpose. He's meant to correct you. He's meant to put you right. He's meant to shape you.
Yes.
You should, even if sometimes teachers could be wrong, but you
don't
have right to prove you being right by facing that teacher, and correcting that teacher. But you can go to the authority after the class and lay
complaints.
Yes.
Then the authority will put the teacher in check, but not you taking laws into your hand. Once you take the law, you cannot beat a teacher and allow the teacher to fold his hands and behave, like.
Okay, let me call the studio line again so that they can call in 081 64 081 64 Now I want us to come on the angle of teachers knowing their students individually. I mean, my mom is a teacher, she's still in the business, and one thing she's always saying is, if you're a teacher and you do not know your students individually, then you are wrong, because the learning capacity of student A is different from the learning capacity of student B.
That's right.
Behavior of student A is different from the behavior of student B. I mean, such student that can stand up to slap a teacher should have that trait. That trait should have been there right from time. Even among the peers, the way she will act, and a whole lot can be said that from the home. Maybe a whole lot is going on. I mean, I've seen some children that they pent up anger from their house. They come and pour it on their fellow students or their teachers, and it has to do with family issues.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that this person in question maybe has family problem, but the traits of anger would have been in her.
Can I say something? Sorry. Based on the example you just cited now, you see, there's no how any teacher will not know his or her students individually. But let me tell you, even though when you know that some students are arrogant, and some students, one thing with them is this: they want to test you. No matter how you try to calm yourself and put them in check, they want to raise you to the next level. There's a particular level they will raise you to. perhaps maybe the teacher has been avoiding that student, and that student saying that no, everybody will always improve, either for good or for bad. And it gets to the level that the teacher wouldn't be expecting that student at that level to come so far to challenging him or her up to slapping. You know, I remember one thing while we were in school, even when I was even studying, studying accounting, then at Yaba, sorry to mention that school. Even in our institution, do you know that something like this usually happen?
It occurs.
University. Yes. Then this guy, because he believed he was taller than his lecturer or his teacher, started measuring, came beside the teacher and started measuring his height. That's come. I'm taller than you. If I can knock your head. Nothing that in his mind. Bro. And by the time we were together, I said, do you know if I want to knock that teacher, I would have given him one. Bro. Giving her one. Bro. Because you see, beginning to see that I'm more muscle than this person. Yeah. And I think immediately you are saying that no matter how the teacher is able to manage that such person, the person is already ready to attack. When somebody wants to attack, no matter how you manage the person, if that person has zeroed his mind, that may happen.
But how about before even the attack came, the teacher always going to meet the student and telling the student over and over time, like, I've seen a whole lot of video online because there's this particular teacher I'm following on TikTok. Okay. She helps her students to the point that even her followers buy shoes for the student. The way she helped manage them, the one with anger issues no longer have anger issue because the way she drag that student and always communicate with me, because I feel like communication is key in everything. Yeah. You can be angry in some ways, and just you talking is enough for you to calm down. Yes. Communicate with me. What's going on? Why are you always getting angry?
Okay, what about if the student is not ready to communicate, no matter how the teacher tries?
Then you keep going.
There are other methods you can use.
By the time the teacher keeps going along the line, the student step it.
He's going to snap. That child is going to snap.
Because I'll tell you this. I teach music in school.
Okay.
And I've seen a situation whereby some students forms gangs on, men, I don't even know why they will make all of us do music in the school.
It's a team. It's a team among secondary school students. Click. Okay. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, okay.
They're gone.
So, and they create, there's this, maybe somebody that happen to be a bad influence. On the others, and start telling them, come, let's not do this subject. Maths is too hard. This maths teacher, what's wrong with him? Let's show him. No matter what he does, we'll make sure that we cause problem for him in the class. And this man, maybe he or she has a projection from the school that come. Your students are not doing well. This is what we want you to give. You see how you let us have this, or you lose your job. And this student, instead of them to position their mind into learning, the next thing they position their mind into is frustrating the teacher. By the time the teacher, before the teacher will come to school, not one thing, he would have revised himself over and over again. For him to get to this school that come, I'm trying to polish your future. If I had the opportunity that you have today, I will do better than what I am doing today. So I'm getting to the class and seeing some people falling back at bad gangs. And maybe the rule of the school says teachers don't beat your students.
I think it's rampant now in all schools where they say there's no corporal punishment again.
Thank you.
No corporal punishment again. And I'm like, how would you say there's no corporal punishment again? Hello?
Sorry. I don't know if you are aware of this. There was a time that someone wanted to work at our school, and because they had no flogging, no corporal punishment, they refused the job offer. Like for real,
because that's like the only power they have over the student currently. Because if there is no corporal punishment, then they're like the normal students. They can't do anything else. Even if the students say they are this, they will only be able to raise their voice at the student, and they're not becoming equal heads.
Exactly. The funny thing is, when the man hit me, right, the way the class was so silent, And then teachers had to stand up to push the man backwards. And the man was like, let me hit her. We're like, guy, calm down. See this girl's she's always smiling. Because IMJ knows. I won't fight with you. I won't listen to what you're saying, no. But I'll just be smiling. I won't say anything. I'll just be smiling and like, okay.
You don't know,
but the moment you touch me, just know it's over for me and you together. Because I will beat you and I'll get in trouble for beating you.
Say me and you together.
But in trouble to ask IMJ is right here. I'm not lying.
Let me ask you, to a teacher, will you do that?
If
a teacher should touch you, will you touch the teacher?
No, if you touch me without
proper reason.
Teacher beating you for correcting you.
She's saying for no reason.
I'm coming. No teacher on a good day. Teachers are trained.
Yes.
Let me tell you this. Don't see teacher as maybe just coming into the class to teach without going through a routine.
Yes.
They've been through courses, different courses before coming to the class to say they want to teach you. So you now saying before a teacher will lay his hand,
there would have been things that
there would have been some situations.
Yes.
And if a teacher comes to you, let me tell you this, as a counselor now, if a teacher comes to you and beat you up unlawfully, or maybe maltreated you
unjustly,
or you understand, or maltreating you, what you just do is go to the authority. That's the power you have. You can even get arrested for it.
For that.
I think
so. Taking laws into your hand to say you want to match up with your teacher is as good as you going in with it. Into it with your parents.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
they are your school parents.
The funny thing is, the man miscalculated, because at that point he was like, what can she do? She just a girl. And they were like, hey, stop, move backward.
Well, I feel like this topic is something we have to take again next week.
Yeah.
Because I am seeing this from a different perspective entirely that no one is seeing it from. I mean, I'm seeing it from the aspect where the teacher wouldn't have to go head to head, but have a conversation with the students. As I always say, communication is key. But as I said earlier, it's a conversation for next week. Maybe we see it from, teachers and students being friends. Because now, students or teenagers do not want to be friends with their teachers. Yeah. And that's like a grave mistake.
No, I wouldn't say teenagers. I would say some set. You understand? Some set of teenagers. And all these problems, one of it is from the home.
Yeah.
I think by the time we analyze it, know where it's coming from, then we'll be able to check how can teenagers, such teenager that is a victim of this, settle him or herself out of the...
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Same time, same place, same station, same people. We are past our studio time. So we'll see you next week, and I promise this same topic.